What up, little people? Are you new to Grounded and want some super subjective pro tips from another beginner? Then look no further. I'm pretty new myself, and while there are lots of tutorials that can give you an in-depth express pass to the end game, I'd like to walk you through some practical insights of the early game from the perspective of someone who more or less never left it. Don't worry, there won't be any spoilers to the story in this video. Here are my top 10 tips and tricks for beginners from a beginner. Number 1. Get one of each weapon type. Grounded isn't like other survival games. You don't spec into a skill tree or specialize in a specific weapon loadout. All bugs have various weaknesses and resistances, and to battle them effectively, you'll need a wide variety of weapons. Slashing, chopping, busting, and piercing should all be covered on your tool belt in the early game. So an axe, a spear, a hammer, and a blade of some sort should do just fine. Later in the game, you'll be able to upgrade your weapons, which may allow you to find that one trusty weapon of your choice you like so much, but the early game benefits from having a diverse array of weapons. Number 2. Peep Everything. The only way you can learn how to battle bugs in the yard, which is an inevitability by the way, is to peep them and to develop a strategy. Don't worry about reading the peep right away if you're caught in combat. In fact, it might be better to peep from a distance so that you can plan ahead. If you miss the information, you can always peep the bug again later, or you can look in your notes to review what you've learned. From gnats to ants to bigger things, make sure you peep at everything. It's only weird if you make it weird. Number 3. Use a shield and get good with it. One way to mitigate the damage you take is by blocking it. Every bug has a pattern or two with which they attack you. Some bigger bugs have a wider variety of attack patterns, but most of them can be blocked. If you perform a perfect block, as evidenced by a metallic sound or sparks, you take no damage and cause the bug to lose stamina. Once the bug loses enough stamina in a battle, they'll get dizzy, which gives you another opening to attack. If you just hold block, you still take a little damage and you can risk being knocked down yourself. So practice the perfect block. Number 4. Use your quick slots. You have 3 rows of quick slots in this game, so use them all. One row can be for first aid, food, and drink. The other can be for tools, pocket items like badges or tufts. And the third row can be for your weapon options. Find the groups you like and that make the most sense to you. The ability to swap things out quickly is a mechanic in this game that will help you through some sticky situations. And you never want to have to open your menu in the middle of a fight to find what you're looking for. Oh, you can also put armor pieces in those quick slots in case you'd want to throw on some aphid shoes real fast for the journey home. Use those quick slots, each one. Number 5. Lean-tos. Put them everywhere. If you explore a new region of the yard, do yourself a favor and drop a lean-to in an inconspicuous area. It's a great place to pass time to avoid the night, and it obviously creates a respawn spot in the area in which you're exploring. In the event that you die and you want to maintain the immersion by not reloading the save, then lean-tos can help you recover and regroup without respawning all the way across the map. Consider bringing lean-to supplies with you, as not all areas have clovers and such needed to build them. Number 6. Utilize trail markers. There are several points of interest on the map that are both hard to find and worthy of revisiting. When you find something cool, set up a trail marker there and name it something unique. There are various toys, books, and other discarded things that can sort of serve as a landmark for you as you continually acclimate to the yard. Also, many places tempt you to visit them multiple times. For example, there are several reasons to dive into the red anthill, and it's easy to get in there and fill up your pockets with goodies. You may need to make multiple trips in order to get everything down there, and a trail marker can help guide your way. Number 7. Keep a gas mask handy. This isn't just an early game tool. Several bugs emit gas and several locations are dangerous to enter on account of noxious fumes that do damage over time. Having a gas mask lets you fight stink bugs without taking extra damage, but it also equips you to explore more risky areas. Switching to your gas mask in preparation for battle or exploration can be the difference between life or death. Stink bugs are not the only noxious threat, so keep a gas mask handy and keep it repaired. Assign it to a quick slot. Number 8. Acorns and grubs are harder to come by than you think. So, acorns give you a lot of resources you need for storage, armor, and smoothies and are generally only located by the oak tree. As far as I can tell, you can't find acorns anywhere else in the yard, so anytime you're over that way, get yourself some acorns, especially the tops. Grubs can be found in several nooks and crannies around the starting area, but mostly by the oak tree as well. Dig them up and get their parts anytime you have room in your backpack because they are pretty scattered and are not as easy to find in large groups. You'll need them as a base item for smoothies, and you'll need the other grub parts for other recipes later, and they're just difficult to find if you don't live nearby. Number 9. Use bandages before you fight. Bandages are cheap and easy to make and offer a great heal over time. But the heal is very slow. If you use one right before you engage in battle, you might just find the fight going better than if you had paused to apply a bandage while you're being attacked by a giant spider. There are lots of other ways to heal you that you'll learn about later, but applying a bandage during a fight is just often too late. Take a preemptive bandage and use other means to get big heals during a fight like select foods and smoothies, but don't stop to apply a bandage once the fight is underway. It's too late! And number 10. Stay familiar with your mutations. Mutations are like minor superpowers that you unlock as you play the game. For example, the more you chop grass, the more mutations you unlock that impact your ability to do that well. The more times you're poisoned, the more mutations you get that help you endure poisoning. Whether you're running cross-country, building your base, or battling bugs, make sure you glance at your mutations to ensure you're as optimized as you can be. No need to obsess over it, but making tweaks here and there can swing a fight or just make things go quicker. Well, there you have it. These were my top 10 tips and tricks for beginners from a beginner. If any of these were helpful, please leave a like. If you want to join the discussion and pipe in on what tips you recommend, please consider joining the Discord. Otherwise, you're invited to check out some of my other videos showcased for you here. Thanks for stopping by and we'll see you soon. Crab out!